Hello, all. This is Wayne Chambers with 36 Chambers Financial. Back for another week and some more good information. Once again, like I said, it's tax time, and I'll probably say this every week till tax time is over or March, May sometime. If you're filing a simple, easy form, real simple, no catches, no stuff, no just real simple. It's just you taking in your W-2. Don't be going all these places spending your money. It's free. File it online for free. It's not even a problem. Now, today's topic, what we're going to talk about is financing. Financing was intentionally a way for people to be able to afford large scale items. We're talking about a house, we're talking about a car, things of that nature. And it was used for businesses, large business, small business, to be able to buy their products and pay for them over time because they got constant revenue coming in because they are a business. What it has become is a beast, an animal in which you can finance just about everything. And what was originally intentioned to be something good and worthwhile has become evil. I mean, that's all I can say, because finance has become a scam. The original intent behind it was good. It was well thought out, but like most things, when you have businesses that come in and they trying to get every penny out of you, when they trying to squeeze every dime from you, it's become loan sharking. Basically, that's what it's become. It's become a form of loan sharking, which is illegal. Loan sharking is, but financing isn't. So you have places that will finance anything, give it to you for $10, $15 a month. Come on, you'll never own that. And what I'm trying to do here is get you in your own house. You have your own car, you have your own furniture, and everything is paid for. Having your own is a totally different feeling. You don't have to worry about nobody coming to get your stuff. You don't have to worry about, I gotta make this next payment or somebody's coming to get my stuff. You don't have to worry about that. This is the big thing that I'm trying to get people to understand, that once you start having your own, once you start owning up to wanting your own stuff and owning it yourself, and not 5 or 6 different people, because when you finance something, it's in your house, but you don't own it. That's the bottom line to that. No matter how much you try to say, this is mine, I got this from such and such place, and man, it took some paperwork, blah, 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 blah. You still don't own that. You still do not own that piece of furniture. You don't own that car. You don't own that house. When you get into houses, that's a totally different scenario, something we might talk about at a later date. But for the most part, you don't own any of that. So you are walking around with someone else's stuff, and they're going to try to make you pay on it as long as they can, because for them, that's constant revenue coming into their business on a daily basis. With that constant revenue coming in, it helps them maintain their business. And once again, I am not beating down big business. I am not beating down small businesses for doing what they need to do to make money. But we have to be better consumers so that we can demand the most from these businesses that are coming at us. Right now, in the US, especially in the middle to lower income range, worst consumers in the world. The entire world. The world is a big place. It's filled with billions of people. And the US has some of the worst consumers ever. Your middle class people are being propped up and not owning half the stuff they have in their house. You've got 3 cars in the driveway. Yeah, they look nice. You got the Lexus, you got the BMW, you got the Mercedes. But if you don't own them vehicles, it doesn't mean anything. Because guess what? When they decide, okay, you missed the payment, we come to get our vehicle. Remember, most of these places are nice by letting you go 30, 60, 90 days. But contractually, by what you sign, they can come get their vehicle at any time. They can repossess their vehicle because once you are late, you have broken that contract. That being said, financing can be used to help you grow. We put it in those terms. It can be used to help you grow because most cars, unless you just beat the hell out of it, most cars will last 10 years. Okay, we need to get it in our minds because we need to change that mindset that it's all right to have a car beyond 5 years. It's all right. It's not going to kill you to have a car that is beyond 5 years. So what financing can do, and they trying to stretch it again because it used to be 5 years was the limit. Now they trying to throw 6 in there because they want you to continue to pay on these cars. They want you to continue to pay on whatever for a longer period of time. That way they stretch out their money for years and years to come. Because if you buy a car and I put you on a 6-year contract and the payments are $300-400 a month, that means for 6 years I'm getting your $300-400 payments a month if you stay on time. If you go to someone else and they pay it off, I just get the lump sum of what you owe me. That's talking about with cars. Now, when you talking about with the smaller stuff, which is why financing has become the monster that it has become, they just come get their stuff. And now you have no furniture in your house or no appliances or whatever, and it's gone. You spent all that money over all those months, and now your front room is empty. Your living room is empty. That nice, pretty furniture that was $5,000 that you had to have the newest shit. You had to have the illest gear. You had to have whatever you want to call it. It's gone. And they just sold it to the next person to be financed. So you had it for 3 years financed it. They took it back, cleaned it up, sold it to the next person. They got it another 3-4 years financing it. So you can basically say you're not buying furniture, you're renting it. You can basically say, because you done had your car repossessed right after tax time, 6 months later your car is getting repossessed. You basically say you just had a long ass rental agreement. You got a $5,000 tax return, but you wanted a $20,000 car. How about let's get our ass back and forth to work and let's get a car that works. I save up my money or put my money to the side because I'm not making a car payment. I haven't financed the car. I'm not making that payment. Let's put that money to the side so next year, because the loop keeps happening, next year when I get my $5,000, I got another $5,000 so I can get me a better car. Now I got a $10,000 car. Better than the last one. Matter of fact, if the last one is still working and I'm not putting money into it, I'm going to keep that until I run the wheels off of it. So the next car I buy, I'm going in there, and I've seen this. Nissan had the Sentra. Nissan had Sentra on sale, and I swear that car brand new, sticker price, whatever sale they had going on. Nissan says it's a little itty bitty car, but the sale price on that car was under $11,000. Brand spanking new. So you got you a putt the first year. It got you back and forth for a year. You saved up your money. The next year you said, okay, the putt's still working, but I do want something new. There are brand new cars you can buy for under $12,000. Why do you need a Lexus? Why do you need a BMW? You want a name. You want a name on your car, and ain't got no and don't have furniture in your house. You want a name on your car, and you eat ramen noodles. You want $5,000 furniture in your house, and you in the country bumming rides off people. I'm gonna look at you like you got $5,000 furniture in your house. I know this. This is a brand. This is a name brand of furniture. Why are you bumming a ride off me? And then you not even giving me gas money. We good. I know you go to work every day. So what's going on with that? Your friends ain't saying this, but this is what they thinking, especially if they out here working hard doing what they doing. So, excuse me. So when it comes to financing should be used as a stepping stone so that you can improve on your current situation. It should not be something you depend on. You should want to work to the point where you don't have to finance anything anymore. Personally, I don't condone financing anything. I walk into the store and I'm looking for furniture or a bed or whatever. They ask me, well, we can get this fine. No, I don't finance nothing. I tell them that. We're not even going down that road. We're not having that conversation. When you pay for things up front, you can tell them what to do. We went in and bought some furniture, and you say, you know what, we'll pay half now, and we'll pay the other half when our furniture is delivered. They're working at your mercy, not you working at theirs. It's business. You don't have to be an ass about it. That's just what we did at that time to make sure we was getting our furniture. It was in good shape. They brought it in. They put it where we wanted to put it. And that's how we was rolling. Now, that goes for anything. You buy a car. I've seen this done. I personally haven't got to do this myself, but I have actually seen this done. And I'm talking about a non-BMW, non-high-end type of vehicle. Dude paid for the car, all the car up front. He told them, I'm paying for the car all up front. I wanted whatever color he was getting it. I want my car to have less than 5 miles on it, and I want you to bring it to my house. I looked at him like he was crazy. You know what? His car came on a flatbed to his house. That's the power of buying with your money and being able to control the situation as the consumer. You can get them to do more of what you want to do rather than being at their mercy to trying to get you to do a whole bunch of stuff. Because when you finance, what they want your last two W-2s, your social security number. They want your date of birth, proof of your date of birth. They want to not only see your social security number, your social security card. They need 5 pay stubs, all that information. Tell them you paying for everything. Here's a cashier's check from my bank. Full price. Or whatever y'all worked out. The whole situation changes. Now, as the consumer, you are in total control of the situation. You go to most places, when you buy the furniture, they don't charge you to deliver the furniture. You go to a lot of places, and when you pay for everything, when you're going in there and you're buying it, the whole demeanor, the whole form, the aura of the conversation changes. It's a totally different animal. That's where we want you to be. That allows us, the consumer, to take back from big business. That allows us, the consumer, to control our interactions with big business. Everything they have is either going to be cheaper, more expensive, or financing. So we got the cheap shit for the people who are thrifty or cheap or whatever you want to call it. We got the expensive stuff for the high-end folks that, we don't even have a name for this place, but you come in, we get you a Lamborghini and get you rolling. We got that, and then we got financing for everybody in between so that we can get your money. That's how our current system is. That is your lower, middle, and upper class. What happens when the middle and lower income level no longer finances? What happens when they buying their stuff outright? Walmart is thriving because you got 2 cars in your driveway that you're financing. You're financing your house. You don't own your furniture, but you still need the little knick-knack stuff around your house. That's how they thrive. How many times you walked into Walmart and said, I wasn't going to spend but $5, and you done spent $50? So you done blew that out the water anyway. Come on, people. We have to be smarter as consumers. We have to change our way of thinking as consumers, because they don't jump you into this stuff. This is not something they just spring on you. I've always said you can't shock the American public. They will buck that every time, to buck something to go against, for anybody who watching didn't understand. But they will go again. They will push back against something anytime you try to shock the system. So they have eased financing in there over many, many years. And they started with layaway. How many of you does that take you back? They started with layaway. They kept your stuff. You paid for it, 2 or 3 payments. You got your stuff. You was able to go about your business. So they eventually said, you know what? What if we let them take that home? We can charge more money for that. So now they let you take the stuff home. And now they charge more money for it. So they charge more money because If you remember, for those of you going back, when it was layaway, whatever the price was, that's what they charged you. If anybody who's financed anything, you have all the fees in there. Then you got extra so that they can put a little extra money in their pocket because they financed you. This is what we are charging you to finance. And basically, man, I should have started with this, but basically, what happens with financing is whoever you're financing through buys whatever you are trying to purchase. If it's a piece of furniture, they buy that piece of furniture and then they're selling it to you for over time for little pieces over time. They're selling it to you. That's what financing is. And that's why they still own it. For a car, it's called a lien. For a house, mortgage. They do it through a mortgage program. For a car, that's why they put a lien on your car, because it's not your car, it's their car. So it's on the title. So you can't do anything with that. Once that's finished and it's yours, they tell you, take the lien off. You get a new ownership for your house. So you go through a process to get them off so that it shows they no longer own the house, the car, paid for receipt for the furniture. I've seen finance appliances. So all of that. Come on, y'all. We financing a microwave for $99. It's a $99 microwave. Man, you better cook on your stove top until you can afford to buy a $40 microwave from Walmart or $25, whatever, until you can get you a larger microwave to do what you needed to do. Sometimes you gotta start small to get up into something bigger. So that's financing. Once again, financing can be good if you use that as a stepping stone to get something better. But you gotta have a plan. And your mentality can't be at the end of this, I'm gonna upgrade to this, and you just keep financing through the years. Because there is nothing like owning it. There's no feeling like owning whatever you're trying to buy. All right, let's get into some weekly finance stuff. Once again, stock wise, I'm still talking about the weed stocks. I'm still talking about stocks that are marijuana dependent. Those are the big up and comers. We saw Warren Buffett take money out of Wallem World and put it in the Apple. So a lot of people are going to be buying Apple stock, which doesn't apply to a lot of people that going to hear this, but I keep up with that information because it actually drives a trend, because it's more than just computers. It's the products that Apple puts out. What they're basically saying is people are going to buy more Apple products, whether it be iPhones, whether you're on iTunes, whether you're buying microchips or anything that Apple has currently got their hands in. If people buy those and the stock goes up, he's made money. So I'm keeping a lookout on that. Apple stock is way up there right now. Matter of fact, I can find out how much Apple stock is currently at. Let's take a gander. Apple stock is currently at $135 per share. So for most people, it doesn't apply, but that was some big news right there that I found kind of interesting. And remember, Apple owns Beats headphones, and if anybody's been watching TV, they've seen how that's being pushed. Uh, they have so much going on that even if they dip, they're not gonna dip below $120 a share. So for most people, buying Apple stock doesn't apply. So what I'm doing is I'm getting in the weeds here, and I'm trying to show you an industry that is affordable, that the average person can buy stock in. And for those beginners who don't really know how to follow stock, you can kind of buy a little bit of this or buy some of that to see how stock works. And it's lunch. So if you're willing to spend lunch for one day, if you eat out, you can dip your feet into the stock market and understand that you need to follow the company, how to look at dividends, things of that nature. So we also have, I was looking at President Trump's pick for the Small Business Administration, and that's Miss McMahon. At first I was thinking it is another one of his picks, and they're big corporation conglomerate type of people, but I actually looked at her background. We talking about some real humble beginnings. Can't judge people. We talking about she started in the weeds. Vince McMahon was working like 90 hours a week at one point in like a coal mine or the fields or something. It was crazy. I was reading the biography, and they filed for bankruptcy several times until they got it right. But this is what I'm telling you. They got it right. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again with no plan, no avenue to move forward. You're not getting it right. You're just being stupid. That's crazy. If you're not learning from what's going on or learning from the failures that you've had, and this is what's happening to the middle and lower income brackets of our society. You're doing the same thing over and over again. Then you got a person like me who comes along, and I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm trying to let you know what's going on. I'm trying to tell you to change your way of thinking so that you don't have to be at the bottom of the barrel. You don't have to live month to month. This is what I'm here for, and I'm not telling you jokes. I'm not jumping around trying to entertain you, jumping off buildings or sending you some inspirational word for the day. I am trying to show you and tell you and give you an avenue to work through it and have a game plan. You've got kids. You want your kids to eat. You want your kids to go to college. That don't happen without a game plan. It doesn't happen if you're not trying to better yourself and better your situation. And the only thing that's going to better your situation is knowledge. I'm trying to give you that knowledge. So looking at her, the McMahons, how they grew from more or less nothing to a multi-million-dollar corporation empire that they built. That's what everybody's trying to do when it comes to being a small business owner. But that's also what you're trying to do in your life. I'm not saying you got to be a millionaire, but you're trying to build from most people having nothing to saying all of this is mine. You know, you don't have to put the not much in there. This is mine. I own everything in here, from that car in the driveway to the house that's over your head, the roof that's over your head. I own this. This is mine. So as we continue on the road, and I'm here every Wednesday, at 9 o'clock, giving you this information. If you hit me up via email, I'm gonna answer your questions right here, live online. You can live talk me. You can live chat me. I'm always over here looking to see who's jumping online or who got questions. Try to stay on subject. So all the time, we are striving to improve. We need to change our way of thinking. This is Wayne Chambers, 36 Chambers Financial. Once again, I've enjoyed the talk and felt the love. I will see you all next week.